उत्तारणो दुष्कृतिहा पुण्यो दुःस्वप्ननाशनः वीरहा रक्षणः सन्तो जीवनः पर्यवस्थितः.
Uttāraṇaḥ means one who lifts us up. One who does uddhara of us. Lift us up from where? From the ocean of samsara. Samsara is always likened to an ocean. Ocean is shoreless. We can't see the shore. So there is no hope of reaching the shores, and also it's too deep. So if a person falls in the ocean, it's very, very difficult to do uddhar, to uplift a person from an ocean. Similarly, samsara is likened to an ocean. Very difficult for us to cross over the ocean of samsara. Who will therefore help us out when we have fallen? All of us have fallen into the ocean of samsara. There seems to be no hope at all for us. We have got caught up in this wheel of karma. We have got caught up in the wheel of birth and death. Is there anybody who can help us to get out of it? Bhagavan alone is the one who can save us. 12th chapter Bhagavan says, bring your mind to me, bring your intellect to me. Where bhakti and shraddha is, he says, I will become your savior. From what? Mrityu samsara sagarat, he says over there. Mrityu samsara sagara. Sagara means ocean. Mrityu samsara means ocean of change. I will uplift you up. He promises us, provided we take our mind and intellect to him. He is the only one who can save us. Nobody else can save. He, our gurus, our masters. There is no difference between a guru and the Lord. They are one and the same. Therefore, we invoke their grace and blessing, the grace and blessings of our acharyas, masters who have realized, or the Lord. He is the only one who can lift us up. Therefore, he never drops anybody. We say, in Kannada, we say, kai kodadu, means, letting go of. We say, I will help you, hold my hand, I will lift you up. But at the right time, we just, leave our hold of that other person's hand. Then they will fall. It's only human beings who do that. Bhagavan will never do it. We've seen that little story, incident in Ramayana. It doesn't come in Valmiki Ramayana, but these are all very beautiful incidents that are told to us in the Ramayana Saptahas. Or also we can hear many of these small incidents in Bhagavad Saptah, just to make us understand. Beautiful illustrations, stories weaved around Rama's life, Rama's journey. So when Sita is taken away by Ravana, Rama along with the Vanara army come to the tip of Bharat. Now they have to cross. So Setu, bridge is being built with rocks and trees. The rocks will sink in water, we know. But Rama is written on every rock. And when they toss it into the waters, they float. Rama is looking at all of this. And a thought crosses his mind, I believe. Just by writing my name Rama, these rocks are floating. I never knew the glory of my own name. Let me try out a small little experiment. So he goes to one end of the ocean over there, where nobody can see him. He picks up a small grain of sand, because the beach is all sandy, shores are sandy. One small little grain of sand, and he says, if huge rocks where my name has been written can float on the waters, I, Rama myself, am going to drop this grain of sand into the water. Sure, it should float. And he drops it in the water. It sinks. Rama is also surprised. Why did it sink? Anyway, it sank. He just looked around. Hanumanji had come behind him. Hanumanji had seen whatever had happened. Rama questions him. See, there big rocks wherein my name has been written are all floating. I, Rama myself, picked up a small little grain of sand and put it into the water, but it sank. It should not have happened, isn't it? Hanumanji says, no, Rama, the right thing has happened. Because you never go wrong. Rama says, explain. Then Hanumanji says, your hands are for doing uddhara, to uplift a person, uttāraṇā. You never ever let go of anything. Your hands are always for uplifting. Anything. It can be a blade of grass, it can be an animal, it can be we all human beings, it can be the devatas. Your hands are always for uplifting. Lifting up from what? From trouble. From samsara, from trouble, from difficulties, etc. Challenges are there, hurdles are there. Bhagavan must help us out. But if you drop anything, knowingly or unknowingly, sure it will sink. So what did Rama do? He dropped willingly, he dropped the grain of sand. When Lord drops anything, sure drowning only for all. So anything, Bhagavan's hands are only for uddhara, and they will only do uddhara. To make us understand this beautiful incident is narrated. So Hanumanji says, never ever should you be dropping anything, Bhagavan. And your hands are always for picking up, for uplifting. So when you consciously drop that grain of sand, how can it float? It sure has to drown. So uttāraṇō. Bhagavan is always there. Will he lift me up? Will he lift me up from the ocean of samsara? Will he help me to get over my difficulties, my troubles, my challenges? Sure, he will do it for us. But we have to turn towards him. That's all he is asking us. And in the Bhagavad Gita, so many times Bhagavan says, may you not have any doubt with regard to this. I am there, it's my responsibility. Your yoga kshema is my responsibility. Your uddhara I will do. All your sins will get completely condoned. Null and void they will become. I promise you that. I assure you that. Means uddhara. But one condition is, we have to turn towards, it is not even a condition. Only when we only when we take one step towards him, can we associate ourselves with him. If we don't associate ourselves with him, how will he help us? Again, that is a way of saying also. Even the sinner, even the rakshasic type of person, the asuric type of person also is moving towards him only. Why? All are he himself in a different form. But right now they have deviated them. They have got diverted. So they are going to take a long route, a difficult route to come ultimately to the Lord. So therefore Bhagavan is always there only to do our uddhara. Never, he doesn't do anything else other than our uddhara. Uttāraṇō, duṣkṛtihā. Kriti means action. Duṣkṛti means bad actions. Duṣkṛtihā means one who will completely condone or remove all the bad actions. Bad actions means whenever we do anything wrong, it stays in us as our samskaras. It stays in us as our prarabdha, papa karma. So when we turn towards the Lord, what will happen to all our papa karma? All of that Bhagavan, our biodata, he will not look at it at all. It's filled with wrong actions. Why? Wrong thoughts. Not good desires, selfish desires. Bhagavan will never look into that at all. We have turned towards him, everything stands cancelled. So a very beautiful Sloka also. Narayana is a very famous thief roaming around on the surface of this earth. Narayano nama naro varana. The best amongst human beings is who? Narayana. Who is he? He is a thief. Prasiddha choraha. He is not an ordinary thief, well-known thief. He is divine thief. What does he do? The moment we turn towards him, at that very moment, aneka janmarchita papa sanchaya. All that is accumulated, that burden that we are carrying with us, the karmas that we are carrying with us, for this life and for the lives afterward, there is a stock is there still. All of them he will come and completely loot it away. Who loots? Thief loots. So Bhagavan is also compared to a thief. The thief loots without asking. The thief will not ask for our permission and all. May I steal this? May I loot? May I rob? No. He will just take it away. Bhagavan also will, when he comes into our life, the moment we turn towards him, he just comes and takes it all away. Sins doesn't mean only bad. Papa and punya. Shubha and ashubha. Because for both of them we have to again come back. Bhagavan completely takes away all of that. The papa karma we have done, the punya karma we have done, the merit and the demerit, for which we have to again come back. Therefore, there is no credit, there is no debit in the bank over there. World Bank, Samsara Bank. When there is no debit, no credit, we will not enter into the bank again at all. So we won't again come back to the Samsara Bank. Who looted it from us? Bhagavan will loot it away from us. Therefore, duṣkṛtihā, puṇyāha. Punya means very pure, noble, virtuous. Earlier we have seen the same meaning, different nama, achyuta. Never, no defect in him. He is not conditioned, he is unlimited, unconditioned. There is no fall for him. Fall in the sense, we can fall only when there is something called higher and there is something called lower, we can fall from a higher level to a lower level. Bhagavan, when he is all pervading and everywhere, horizontally and vertically, where is the fall for him? He is Vidvatma, he is cosmic intelligence. So therefore he doesn't make one wrong move. His sankalpas are all satsankalpa. All that he has to do is make a sankalpa, will, and there it gets executed. It comes to its logical conclusion. So the most, and pure means there is nothing other than him in him. When we are now in the waking state, nothing of the dream is there in us. So therefore we are pure of the dream that we had yesterday, good dream or bad dream. We are completely and totally 120% pure now as a waker of yesterday's dream. Similarly, Bhagavan of that highest state is completely pure of everything that we recognize in this ocean of samsara, in this realm of change. So there is nothing of the dream in us as a waker. Similarly, in him, there is nothing other than him in him. What about this world of things and beings? Everything is he himself. So in him, there is nothing other than him in him. Only when there is something other than us in us, we call it as an impurity. In sugar, some other impurities have gotten in, or in the rice that we bring from the provision store, some grains of sand, impurity over there. Therefore, it's not pure. So anything other than it, if it is there, we call it as impure. When nothing other than it is in it, then we call it as pure. It can be pure sugar, pure ghee. Bhagavan is supremely pure he is. Why? In him there is nothing other than him in him. So puṇyāha. The next nama is duṣsvapnanāśanaḥ. Nasha means to destroy. Swapna means dream. Duṣsvapna means a bad dream. Can be a bad dream, horrible dream, an unpleasant dream. Normally when we go off to sleep, we carry the whole day's experiences with us. Those experiences may be good, they may not be good, pleasant, unpleasant. So accordingly, when we go off to sleep, all those are there in us. Those experiences are there in us. So they come up in the form of dreams. So therefore, very often our dreams are not pleasant. They can be horrible, they can be scary, they can be fearful, they can be full of sadness, grief, pain. In fact, sometimes those who are sleeping, when they are dreaming something horrible, they even cry out, so that another person next to them can even hear them. So it can be so profound. How to get out of the dream, the bad dream or the unpleasant dream? It's very simple. We have to wake up. So over here, Bhagavan is duṣsvapnanāśanaḥ. So therefore, when we go off to sleep, what should we do? We should chant the Lord's name. Instead of thinking of this and that and everything worldly and materialistic and all the experiences that we had gone through the whole day, which is not going to serve any purpose, we are told by our masters to chant the Lord's name and go off to sleep. So we keep on repeating the Lord's name or the Lord's mantra, whatever we have been initiated into, and then slowly we go off to sleep. When we go off to sleep like that, that mantra or the Lord's name stays with us. Through the night when we are sleeping, it will stay with us. And morning when we get up, first thing that will come to us is the name of the Lord, which we had taken just before we fell off to sleep. If we practice, we can experience it also. The moment we get up in the morning, first thing that will come to us is the Lord's name, which we had taken just before we fell off to sleep. Lord's name or the mantra. So the Lord's name assures us that we will not get these unpleasant dreams or bad dreams. Therefore, we remember the Lord when we go off to sleep. So that there is a mantra also. There is a shloka. Normally we teach the children, adults also say it, to ward away the bad dreams when we are sleeping. So Bhagavan is the one who destroys all our bad dreams. And like I already said, how to get out of that bad dream? Simple is to wake up. Now our acharyas have likened samsara to a bad dream. Samsara, the life that we are all leading, the realm of change in which we are all, which we call as samsara, is a long, long dream. And we all know that this dream is not this samsara is not very pleasant. Dukkha alaya, Bhagavan calls it in the Bhagavad Gita. So it's riddled with pain, grief, sorrow, fear. So many things are there. Very rarely now and then flashes of pleasure, glimpses of happiness that just come and go away. But the main diet is only pain and grief, fear, etc. So how to, this waking state we are talking about, our samsaric life, how to get out of this? The simple thing is to wake up. Wake up to what? We are already in the waking state of consciousness. We have to wake up to the God state of consciousness, which is called as mukti, moksha, etc. Once we wake up to that state of consciousness, this will become null and void for us. No more will this life, the samsaric life, good or bad, affect us when we realize. When a person enters into the state of realization, just as when we were going through a bad dream, maybe yesterday we were going through a horrible dream, the moment we get up, we come to the waking state from the dream state, nothing of the dream, not even a little bit of the dream can affect us, good or bad. So in that sense also, if samsara is likened to a long, long dream in which we are all in, which is not pleasant, why? Because of that we feel limited, we feel bound. There is a state of a constant fear in us, there is a state of insecurity in us. And of course pain is there, grief is there, trouble is there, change is there. How do we get out of all this? Which seems to be very difficult. To wake up. Wake up to what state? To the fourth state of consciousness. We are only familiar with three states now. The waking state, the dream state and the deep sleep state. Far removed from these three states, there exists a fourth state. In fact, there is no fourth state. Once we enter into that fourth state, these three will automatically merge into it. But to explain it to us, to make us understand, they say 3 plus 1. So that fourth state is called as the state of enlightenment. If we awake to that state, none of this samsara can ever touch us. How to get out of this? The only savior for us, the only solution for us is to invoke the Lord. Why? He is duḥsvapnanāśanaḥ. By ourselves we cannot cross the ocean of samsara. By ourselves we can't get out of this jungle of samsara. Then who can help us? The only one who can help us is the Lord. So in that sense, duḥsvapnanāśanaḥ. Vīrahā. Vīrahā has got many different meanings. One of the meanings is, vīrahā means different ways, diversified ways. So vīrahā means one who destroys the various different ways. What is meant by the various different ways? we are supposed to have gone through so many births. We do not know how many. Lakhs, they say. In each birth, we have taken on a different equipment. We are different physically, mentally and intellectually. Different embodiments in different time periods, space and time periods. So how many varieties of lives we have all lived. And that is what is called as the wheel of birth and death. We have got caught in this wheel of birth and death. There seems to be no hope for us at all from this birth and death. We have got caught in it. Who can help us to come out of this cycle of birth and death, or the chain of birth and death? Lord alone can help us. He can cut it for us. He can break it for us. So therefore, vīrahā, he is the one who ends this passage of punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam. Adi Shankara writes in his Bhajagovindam. Now birth, then death, then what happens? Again birth. We seem to have been caught up in it. We have got caught up in it. There seems to be no escape for us. That is the samsara that is being talked up in the previous nama, duṣkṛtihā. So by ourselves, it's very difficult for us to get out of this, wheel of birth and death into which we have got caught. And in this we have taken so many forms, so many embodiments. We have lived in so many different ways, diversified ways. No two janmas of ours has been the same. Who can help us to ultimately get out of all this? Lord alone can help us to get out of this. So therefore, vīrahā, rakṣaṇaḥ. Rakṣaṇaḥ means to protect. The ultimate and the sole protect for all of us is only the Lord. Oh, she protected me, he protected me in this space, in this time, in this context. Maybe we called up somebody and then somebody came and saved us, or somebody protected us. They're all nimitta. But ultimately, they are also, everything has been, the Lord alone is instrumental for all that also. Whoever has helped us in our lives, behind it all, it's only the Lord who has looked after us. Why? Yoga Kshema, he only can look after for us. He only looks after. So he comes into our life, helps us in our lives through various mediums. So ultimately, who is the sole protector, Rakshana for all of us? Lord alone is the Raksha for all of us. Rakshamam, Sharanagatam, Pakshivahana, Padmanabha. The very beautiful song. I surrender unto you, O Lord. Why? You are the only one who can protect me. Nobody else can protect me. We see the instance of Draupadi. All our 5 husbands were there. Bhishma Pitamaha was there, Dronacharya was there, Kripacharya was there, Vidura was there, all the elders were there. And yet nobody could help her. Nobody could protect her. It's only when she turned to the Lord and invoked him, totally surrendered unto him and invoked him, he came and protected her at the right time. Gajendra Moksha. Nobody could protect that elephant. The entire herd walked into the lake. When this elephant got caught by the crocodile, all the other elephants just went away. Why? They knew they could not help. Finally, it tried by its own. It struggled. It put in all its strength and tried to come out of the lake and get released from being caught by that crocodile, but still could not. Finally, the only savior was Bhagavan. So there are so many instances and so many beautiful stories, illustrations in the Puranas, in the lives of all our saints, which very beautifully illustrates this. Lord alone is the Raksha for all of us. The very nice song by Annamacharya. Music, he's a saint composer, musician-composer. Very beautiful song. He says over there, Lord, you alone are my Jiva Raksha. You alone are my Sarva Raksha. And then very beautifully he talks about the 5 Panchamahabhutas, the 5 great elements: earth, water, fire, air and space. These are the 5 great elements, Panchamahabhutas we say. The permutation and combination of all these 5 is the entire external world which we are seeing outside of us, all 14 worlds put together. We are also made up of the same 5 great elements. The gross elements make up our gross body. The same 5 elements, the subtle aspect of them, make up our subtle equipment, the mind, the intellect. So there is nothing beyond these 5 great elements. He beautifully associates all the 5 of them with the Lord. Bhumi you are, water you are, fire you are, air you are, space you are. You protect me. May you bestow upon me. It's a very beautiful song. It's in Telugu. So Bhumi Raksha. I want Bhumi Raksha. I want Jala Raksha. Mean protection from earth. Earth can cause harm. Earthquake, volcano. So there can be harm and injury to us from earth, from matter. There can be harm for us because of water. So Jala Raksha. May I be protected from water. Agni we know fire can cause harm to us. May I be protected from fire. Agni Raksha. Vayu Raksha. Storms, air twisters. So Vayu Raksha, Akasha Raksha. All of them put together. And who is the one who presides over all these 5 great elements? Bhagavan alone presides over all of them. In fact, he alone has become the 5 great elements. So Bhumi Raksha, Jala Raksha, Agni Raksha, Vayu Raksha, Akasha Raksha. All of them put together, you are my Sarva Raksha. You are my Jiva Raksha. It's a very beautiful, unique song. Beyond the Lord, there is nobody who can protect us. He is the only one and the one and only one who can protect us. Therefore, we have all these Raksha Stotras and Raksha Kavachas also. Kavachas. Durga Kavacha, Rama Raksha Stotra. Very beautiful. Every part of us is associated with one name of the Lord. May this be, it's just saying, Lord, you protect my head, you protect my arms, you protect my left hand, my right hand, my front portion of the body, my back portion of the body, my legs, my feet. Means every part of the body. Organs also inside. So all of them may you alone protect. And different names of the Lord associated with different parts of the body. So by the time we have chanted it, there is a very beautiful feeling in us of complete surrender to the Lord. All our parts, He alone rules over them. Because ultimately He alone has created it, He alone will nurture it, He alone will nourish it, and He alone can protect it. Nobody else can. So Raksha, rakṣaṇaḥ, He is only protector of all of us, individual and universal, collective, community, society, group of people, small to big, micro, macro, all included over here. He alone is the Raksha for all of us. Santah. Santa means a good person, a virtuous person, a noble person. That's what it means. Bhagavan is Santa. Of course, He is more than that. So, Sa means Sattva, good. Anta means inside. So, we say goodness is an integral part of that person. If we are putting on a show of goodness, it is hypocrisy. People can see through it. She's actually not so good, or she's really bad, but she's put on. Gomukha Vyaghra, we say. So therefore, and people can see through it. If not now, at some point of time, they'll be able to see through it. So therefore, sometimes we say, no, this person, goodness is an integral part of that person. Means goodness and that person are not two. They're one and the same. Goodness walking on 2 feet is this person. Why? Anta, inside, within. Goodness pervades and permeates every cell in that person or every drop of blood in that person. They can't but be good. If there's anything that they can't be, it's to be bad. It's just not possible for that person. So means Sattva Guna over there. So Santaha means Bhagavan is the one who is more good than the best person whom we call as noble, virtuous. He is nobler than the noblest. He is more virtuous than the virtuous. How can we even compare him with anybody? His virtues, that's why we say Ananta Kalyana Guna Paripurna he is. We do find good qualities in many of us very often, but they're all finite. Small quantities we are good. Little bit of mercy is there, little bit of kindness is in that person. Yes, love is there, tenderness is there, empathy is there, sympathy is there, compassion is there, but charity, generosity is there, magnanimity is there. But in Bhagavan, it's full. In us, it is all in finite measures. One may be good, one may be even better, more good than another person. But in Bhagavan, it is in infinite measure. So, Santaha. Santaha he is. Jīvanaḥ. Jiva means life. Jīvanaḥ means life's experiences. He is life and he is also life's experiences for all of us. There is a difference between life and life's experiences or life's expressions. Because of the life that is there in us, the consciousness that is there in us, experiences and expressions are possible. We express ourselves physically, mentally and intellectually because life is there in us. Or life's experiences are there, good or bad, because of the life that is there in us. Bhagavan says, I am all. I am the life in you. I am the life experiences in you. Everything I am. See, then everything he alone is. Apart from him, nothing exists. Again, there's a very beautiful song by Purandaradasaru. He says, Tanu ninnadu, jīvana ninnadu, anudinadolu bāha sukadukka ninnadaya. Everything is you. You are my life. My life's experiences you are. How I express myself, that also you alone are. So they will not take the credit for any of the kirtan that they have written. It's all Lord. He has accomplished it all through me. So life's expressions, the Lord is. Life's experiences, the Lord is. And afterward, the end product, sukha or the dukkha which come, which we have to experience, that also you are. So what is there apart from him? Nothing exists apart from him. That is what jīvana means. Like I already said, every nama of the Lord, we can go on and on and on discussing about it, talking about it for hours and hours and hours together. It's not just a word meaning and then that's it. They're all very expansive and very deep, profound are the suggestions and significances of every nama of the Lord. Right in the beginning I did say, even word meaning wise, every nama of the Lord has got 100 interpretations. 100 different ways we can interpret each nama of the Lord. It just shows how much is packed in every name of the Lord, in every nama of the Lord. Jīvanaḥ. And also for all of us to survive, for our jīvana to go on, we need so many things in our life. We need sun's light, we need moon's light, we need food. For that we need Mother Earth, the fertility in Mother Earth, we need air. There are so many things we need. Water, rain, because otherwise nothing will grow. All of that, Bhagavan, you alone are. That's why I said that one word jīvana includes and incorporates so many things over there. 15th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, everything I am. So what are you talking about you? There is no you, he says. The small I, which we all talk about. Me, me, me. It doesn't exist at all. So everything is the Lord alone. The sun's rays he is, the moon's rays he is, the food he is, fertility in the earth he is, the vitamin A and the vitamin B and the protein and the carbohydrate in the food is he. Who cooks it? He alone cooks it. All that we can do is go and stir over there. Fire we did not create, water we did not create, but they are needed for cooking. So everything ultimately is He, and even the one who cooks should have life in him or in her to cook the food. So jīvanaḥ there also. And for us to sit down and eat also, jīvanaḥ must be there. So who is cooking? Bhagavan alone is cooking. All the provision, He alone is. All the vegetables, He alone is. All the nutritive value, food aspect in everything, He alone is. And who is sitting down and eating over there? Bhagavan alone is sitting and eating over there in our form. That is why so much of importance is given to the kitchen, to the cooking, including the serving, how food is served. Why? We are not serving somebody in our house, whoever it is, elders or youngsters. In front of us is Bhagavan alone sitting over there, because life in each one of them. So we are serving the Lord alone. And who is eating? Lord alone is eating. Therefore, if it's a community sitting down and eating together, nobody will get up after they finished and just get up and walk away while the others are eating. Everybody must finish together. Even if we are finished, we have to sit down over there and then get up together. So everything, in the 15th chapter, Bhagavan says over, I am the knowledge. Even the forgetfulness in you, I am, he says. Why? We need to forget also. It's good for us sometimes. Very often it is good. Otherwise, we will never be able to progress in our life. So very often we need to forget certain things. We say time will heal. Time will make us forget. Who is time? Bhagavan alone is time. Space also He is. Time also He is. If I am the knowledge in you, I am the forgetfulness in you also, he says. Why? We need to forget so many things in our life, which have happened in our lives, to move forward. Otherwise, we will be stuck over there. So, jīvanaḥ includes and incorporates all of these things. Who is it? Lord alone. Nothing exists even a little bit apart from Him, is what the Lord is telling us over here. So, jīvanaḥ, paryavasthitaḥ. Sthitam means to remain in, to be centered in, to be rooted in. Paryavasthita means everywhere. Everywhere means big places, small places, outside of us, inside of us. The Lord alone pervades and permeates everything. Matta parataram na anyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. 7th chapter Bhagavan says. Nothing exists, even kinchit, little bit also. Nothing exists other than me. Just like the thread goes through all the pearls and holds them all together, which we call as a pearl necklace. Similarly, Bhagavan says, I thread through everything and every being and hold them all together so beautifully. So He is threading through everything. If there are two people, what about the space in between? Air is there. He threads through the air molecules also. So everything is held together as one complete whole. We are the ones who put walls and barriers and divide and differentiate. We are the ones who are doing it. Everything actually is one whole. In physics it comes, ether drag we say. When we move, we just don't move. We say, I am moving. But when we move, the entire energy field of ours moves. And it is extended beyond our physical limits. So if there is anybody included over there, many things move along with us. We have no idea. We have no idea how we influence others and how others influence us. We say larger than life. So when we move, we just don't move as we are. We carry with us so many things. So the whole concept, therefore Bhagavan says, there exists nothing apart from me, even a little bit. Paryavasthitaḥ, in all places, in all creatures, at all times, under all situations. Nice place or not nice place. We say divine place, holy places, but this place is not good. Where is He not? He says, everywhere I alone am, I alone am, I alone am. In big and in small. So from the universal and the collective and the macro, if we come to the micro, He is there in us. And then in every part of us, organs, limb, and then we can go even into it also. Every cell in us, the cell is made up of so many parts. So even the minutest part of one cell in us. So we have come to molecule, then we have come to atom, then we have come to the nucleus, then we have broken that all up also, and we have come to the God particle, the smallest particle. Who is there in it? God is there in it. That's why that particle is called God particle. Science has called it God particle, which means God is sitting in the particle also, which we can't even see. Paryavasthitaḥ. Long ago in the Vishnu Sahasranama it is there. Paryavasthitaḥ. Everywhere He alone is, He alone is, He alone. Everything is nothing but He and He alone. Paryavasthitaḥ.